After Hours Gaming League Week 7 match between EA and Storm 8. 1-1 is the score right now. This is a very, very tense match. It's a very, very important match as both teams are within one one game win of each other right now, and they are fighting hard to try to advance into the remainder of the season. So, 1-1 so far. Let's see if these players can help out their teams. Butchered that intro pretty hard, but who do we have playing, Rifkin?
Well, almost a minute later, guys, here in the top left corner of Antigua Shipyard, it is the Red Terran, the Great Terran UBERDABING.
Yeah. His opponent going to be spawning across from him. BBATTLE, going to be the Protoss, the blue Protoss. Either he doesn't know that it's cross only, or he's going to be going for a very, very early proxy cybernetics core.
He's got the rally on the probe set, so he doesn't know that it's cross only. Oh, I'm pretty positive every single version of Antigua Shipyard at this point is force crop.
Yeah, it is. Indeed.
So, okay. Knowledge is power, saves you a little bit of scout time, but the reality is he should still get there. Now the question is I mean, UBERDABING, well, any Terran player really should have this full wall up if he's going gas. And yeah, there's the gas, so that Spud Depot should get down in time. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. There it is.
Yeah. All right, so Rifkin, what's your money on? My money is on Reapers.
Reapers are a great opening against any race right now, I feel. They are not as potent as they are in Wings of Liberty, but they're like 10 times as durable. So they're, in my opinion, better in HOTS and easier to use.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And they're not as... I mean, they're not very good against buildings, is what I'm trying to say. Which is nice, because, like, can you imagine the new Reapers if they still had, like, the building grenades?
The 8 charges, oh my goodness. Well, actually, something I would really like to see out of UBERDABING here is going with that early gas. It does leave them the potential of getting something like Hellions out. And while you can no longer stick 4 Battle Hellions, or even really get Battle Hellions out easily because of the recent changes,
actually, sorry, just
are those not live yet?
No, they are live, but you can get the Battle Hellions out. You just can't transform them.
Okay. Well, the point is, old Wings of Liberty classical tactics are still good versus Protoss. You load 4 regular Hellions into a medevac, you drop it into the unscouted dead space here, the smoke of Antigua Shipyard, and all of a sudden your opponent's workers, well, they're as good as dead.
Pretty much. I mean, we'll see if he does go for that, because he is going for the factory. I was wrong with my call on Reapers. Seems like I used up all of my good Oracle Juju on Nurchio versus Snoot the other day.
Well, I mean, it wasn't an 11 gas, so it's not anything crazy, and going with the 12 gas without the second gas yet, this to me doesn't say Banshees. So I'm really, fingers crossed here he's going to go for a Hellion drop, because A, that'll mean I'm right, but B, you'll get to see some barbecue. And I love barbecue, Penguin.
Yeah, man, I love barbecue as well. My favorite is barbecued panda.
Well, I do like this too. UBERDABING is being very cautious. Bunker coming down at the front. He's scouting for some sort of pylon placement. Oh, but the supply goes down. He's got to raise that. There he goes.
The bunker, however, the bunker on the high ground does sort of imply that he is expecting one base play out of his opponent. And there is 3 gateways on the way for BBATTLE. We haven't really talked much about what he's doing so far. He's been chronoing that cybernetics core quite nicely, but looks like he does want to expand behind these 3 gateways, and he does have the probe in position.
Now, without the reactor on the factory, we're only going to possibly have 3, maybe 4 if the timing's really late on the medevac, but 3 Hellions on the field when the medevac's out. If he has 7 Marines in that medevac and comes in through the main with the Hellions, he's going to do an incredible amount of damage. I love doing this strategy if this, yep, there's the medevac. So what you do is you pretty much just get 7 Marines, you stick it in your medevac, you unload it like you would a typical drop, probes run for the main, you catch them at the natural ramp with the Hellions. It works out very perfectly. Alternatively, he could just elevator all the units up to the high ground. But right now, BBATTLE, he's going for that expansion. He doesn't really know what's coming, and UBERDABING is going to confirm that the expansion's down, so he knows that's 4 less Zealots that are going to be on the field.
Indeed, indeed. Now, we are going to be seeing, looks like 3 Hellions is going to be the magic number.
Yeah,
3 Hellions, 7 Marines. That's pretty standard for this build.
The awkward pickup, I always hate doing this. You missed the unit slightly. But yes, looks like he's going to go for the drop. The Hellions should follow suit. I'm hoping.
But they're in such nice formation around that factory.
I know, they're like guarding the factory from...
Yeah, they don't want to leave, man. They're actually like, there they go.
And the thing that's really nice about Hellions against Protoss is the fact that they're light armored units. They're not easy to deal with. Stalkers don't clean them up quickly. Zealots can't chase them. Sentries, well, they're sentries. They don't have a lot of damage to begin with. And he's following this up with Widow Mines. So this will be pretty cool. He'll have a defensive home. He's not going to be down and out to any sort of counter all in, which is kind of what happens when you do this. You really force your opponent to come at you hard.
Pretty much. And yeah, Marines boosting on the main.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing here to defend it. He's poking away at the entrance. He's chasing the Hellions off. In the meantime, he's going to lose a bunch of probes to these Marines. Now, there's no stim or anything, but they're not going to get dealt with anytime soon. Probes are no longer mining. Hellions are, of course, now welcome to come up into the main. And these Marines have got to kind of get out. The thing is, you can't lose your medevac with this strategy. It's so important to keep the medevac alive.
Oh, the probes!
Oh, they're going to make their fiery death here. He's not going to catch them, but he's going to get a lot of them. Oh, my God. 18 workers killed at this point. And that medevac's still there. It's a constant threat. He knows, all right, Stalker's coming to the natural, chase me out. I'll go back with the medevac. It's the classic 1-2 punch from the Terran.
This is really, really hurting BBATTLE quite a bit. We have, how many workers has he killed now? 19? Yeah, 19 workers are dead. And are the Hellions still alive? The Hellions are still alive.
He pulled the probe so far because he didn't want the Hellions coming back right away. UBERDABING also losing pretty much no units for this. Not a single Marine dead, no Hellions have died. It's actually a really nice opening for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming back into the main again. There's a couple workers here, but the Hellions are going to be poking again at the front. Is he going to be able to ward this off? Looks like he will. He just only has a couple Stalkers in the main.
He's got to get that medevac out. Nice speed boost. Will keep it alive. Hellions still going to come in. 2 Hellions is enough to get some more probe kills. 1 goes down. A couple are low, but yeah, this last Hellion will probably get 1 more kill at best. There we go. But still, 23 workers! He has set his opponent back. The medevac is still alive. There's almost no mining going in the main right now. These geysers, no gas income actually at all for BBATTLE. So he's got this robo facility that he can't use.
Yeah, right now we have 26 workers to 16, which isn't a huge amount of a worker lead for UBERDABING, but he has mules.
Yeah, look at that income. Almost double, way more than double his opponent.
Yeah, this is looking very painful. BBATTLE's not out of it yet, of course. He did keep his entire army alive, so his army's still good and strong. He's going to be chronoing out workers, trying his best to catch back up.
Yeah, the thing that's funky about this build and the timing of it is you get there before there's really a lot on the field, and as we saw, this small contingency, if it were to take a fight head-on, it would win. BBATTLE would win that fight every single time, but because the forces were split, we got the medevac dropping, the Hellions hitting from the other side, that went really well for UBERDABING.
And just taking a look back at the home of our Terran player. More medevacs in production. He is going bio, not opting for a mech. But bio does include Hellions at this point. Well, not really Hellions, but the Hellbats. So he does have these 3 Hellions.
He is moving out. And this army with 2 medevacs, stim pack.
There's 2 more medevacs flying in, actually. So he's going to be 4 medevacs, Rifkin.
Yeah, this is going to easily deal with BBATTLE's army. BBATTLE, he has no army production. He's still just trying to get his probe count back up, and he's actually supply blocked right now, Penguin.
Yeah, this is going to hurt quite a bit. Of course, he can force field the ramp. The medevacs can just lift up everything and go into the main. That's how many medevacs there are.
Yep, we've got a split. Big force going to hit the front, another drop going to hit the main, and there's really not enough here to deal with this, especially with Stimpack being on Storm 8's side. Hellions are going to come in first, too. There's even a Widow Mine, and with no observers at home, he can't detect it.
Oh, trying to bait guys into the Widow Mine. That's a really, really cool decision, but not going to be able to do it. 2 of the Hellions do go down. The Stim goes down, though, as well. Stim in the main as well. The drop going off, killing off quite a few workers already. The army is going down. Really nice force fields, though.
1 Marine spazzing out in those force fields. Yeah, no, this is looking really good for our Terran player. He's doing a lot of damage. The main is going uncontested. He's trying to deal with this coming at the natural, but these Marauders are so strong, Penguin.
They're focusing down the sentries very, very nicely. Down only 2 sentries. He will be warded off for now, but the main...
Focus fire on this Robo. If he can get this Robo and get out, this will be so good for him.
And looks like he actually will be able to. Maybe a couple sentries as well.
There we go. Medevac down.
Oh, nicely done. He does pick off the medevac, but these 2 sentries are going to go down as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is not looking good for our Protoss player. He is in just shambles after all these attacks, and he can't even move out. The Widow Mine at the front of the base will, of course, one-shot any Stalker that comes out with that nice little plus versus shield buff it got recently, as we're about to witness here if it comes to this.
Yeah, at this point, I think this game is essentially almost over. The production tab says it all. Look at the production tab, Rifkin. That's almost depressing, man.
But, you know, it's not easy to tap out in these situations. You want to hold on as long as you can. And, I mean, there's no nerd raging going on. These aren't pros playing for thousands of dollars. These are guys playing for the After Hours Gaming League, right? So,
They're playing
gonna
for
give it his best.
$5,000.
Well, charity money, but still, they're playing their best for as long as they can, and I applaud BBATTLE for not wanting to give up.
Yeah, this is of course a very, very critical stage of this tournament. Here we go, moving back into these stim units, doing a nice little stim that Widowmine will go off. But a
Look
lot
at
of
splash damage.
GG's
GG.
called. UBERDABING taking this game 2-1 for Storm 8.
Man, that's the downside of Widowmines. If they're not positioned correctly,